Hi there. All right, so I'm going to run through how to set up a Facebook ad specifically for my sugar detox guide, but this could be really with anything. So I do want to say that if you are brand new and you've like never ran a Facebook ad, that you might get a little bit lost. So there's a lot to learn with Facebook ads. I cannot teach it all to you in this 30 minutes that we have for this free training. But if there's anything that I say that you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about, go back and Google it, go back and research it. So I totally recognize that some people might get a little lost because I'm going to move fast, but you can watch this over and over. And if you are already running ads and you have kind of your business manager set up and your pixel set up, then hopefully this will be helpful. Okay, so I am going to share my screen. Okay, so the most important thing that we have to remember is you have to have a strategy. So typically what it looks like is you have free content that builds know, like, and trust. And then eventually you will lead into a conversion ad or getting people to sign up for your free opt-in. So your free opt-in, what it does is it converts somebody onto your email list. And that all leads into your paid offers. I don't really run a lot of ads for paid offers, but I sell in my email sequence. So I'm going to quickly run through the 7 components that you need to think about when you run ads. Okay, the most important, and I think a lot of people skip this, and we're going to go over this today, is your audience. So you got to think about your audience. For one, who you're talking to. You got to set that up the right way in your ad. And then you also got to think about your cold, warm, and hot audience. Cold is people that have, no idea who you are. Warm is people that know you a little bit. They might be interested in buying, but they need a little bit more. And then hot is people who, it's like customers who've already bought for you, or people that know you and trust you really well. So you have different ads that talk to these different people. So you're not going to run an ad for a paid program to a cold audience, for people that have no idea who you are. Okay, and then the next one would be your objective. So this is what kind of ad you're going to run, and we're going to get into that. I'm not going to go over all of that right now, and I'll share this document with you guys as well. The third thing is your ad content, and we will talk about that as well. There's 3 parts to building an ad, and we will get into the campaign, the ad set, and the actual ad. Your ad copy. So what you're going to say in your ad. I'm going to show you what I used, a tried and true ad copy that has worked. And then you also have to think about your landing page and your thank you page, which we will go over, and your email series. So what happens when somebody opts into your email list? Like, what is your nurture sequence or your series of emails that you're going to send them that brings them from this warm audience now who is now opted into your free opt-in? How are you going to bring them in to a hot audience who buys from you? And that is what an email nurture sequence is. It's a chance for you to get to know your audience better and for them to get to know you better. And then finally, it all leads into a paid offer. So if your free offer does not line up with your paid offer, you're going to get people possibly joining your email list, but they're not going to buy anything from you. And there's no point in having people on your email list and paying for an email service provider if these people are never going to buy from you. And it is also important to remember that usually I think the data is somewhere between like 2 to 3% of your email list will buy from you at any given time. So anytime you launch something. So that's why building your email list is so important, right? If you're going to go to launch something to 50 people, there's a chance that no one's going to buy it. But if you go launch something to 1,000 or 5,000 people and 2 to 3% buy, now you have customers, right? So if you're running Facebook ads, the whole goal is to get people on your email list and then eventually sell to them, because it is kind of a numbers game when you want to sell your product, program, or services. Okay, so let's get into the Facebook ad, right? Let's get into the good stuff. Let's see, where's my Facebook here? Okay. Oh, sorry. Get me out of here. No, share my screen. I lost my screen share. Hold on. Okay, gotta love tech. All right. Okay, so this is my page set up in Member Vault. Actually, not what you need to see right now. I need to get you to Facebook. Okay, all right, so in order to run Facebook ads, you you have to run it from a business profile. I'm pretty sure you do, unless that has changed. You got to love Facebook. They change all the time. And then what you need to do, if you've never set up Business Manager, literally like it can walk you through how to set up a Business Manager, but you do need to set up that Business Manager. Once it's set up, you go into your Business Manager. If you have never set this up, it's also going to walk you through setting up the Facebook pixel. If you have a website or if you're using MemberVault, which is what I use, you can set the pixel up right there. If you're going to run Facebook ads, please put the pixel on. You are just going to, basically, if you don't have the pixel, you're going to be leaving money on the table. So the pixel is going to track everybody that comes to your website. And that's going to help you find more people like the people that are already coming to your website. Facebook does an amazing job at finding the right kind of people for you if you use the pixel and put these things into place. Okay, so when we're in our Business Manager, the first thing you want to do is go to your audiences. So you want to set up an audience. This is so much better than clicking boost a post and send it to every female between the ages of 18 and 65. Like, please don't do that. Okay, so you can go to create audience, custom audience. That's where you're going to start. Okay, so if you have a website with the pixel set up, you can create an audience. So I have the website pixels, I have the pixel set up already. You can create an audience of anybody who visited your website in the past 30 days. You could do 60 days. If you're like brand new and don't have a lot of traffic, you can do like 180 days, whatever you want to do. Oh, there you go. And then name it. So you could say like website audience 180 days. If you have a lot of website traffic, keep this smaller because then you're getting your warmest leads. You're getting people who were just at your website. So the smaller you can have the number, the better because it's a warmer lead. But if you don't have a lot of people, remember with Facebook, it's a numbers game here. We need big numbers. So if you don't have a lot of people visiting your website, go a little bit further out in the timeline. All right, I'm actually not going to create that because I think I already have one created, but all right, I'm just going to show you how to create these audiences. So this is super, super important. If you have an email list, please upload your email list here so you can download it from your service provider and you can upload it here somewhere. Oh, I think because I've already uploaded it, but you can upload it right there. If you have a video on Facebook, so if you've never run a Facebook ad, I tell people to run a video view ad first because it's super cheap. So if you do that and you get a bunch of people looking at a video, you can create an audience based off of people who have looked at a video. Choose videos. This should link right to, oh, this is linking to a page I manage, but make sure it's linking to your correct business page. You can choose a video here and you can see how many people watched it. So what I would do is if you're going to create an audience based off of a video, make sure it's more than these numbers. Go ahead and create a video view ad because it's super cheap. And then you can create an audience based off of people who have watched that video. And we will get into creating the audience in just a minute. Another great one here, so I'll show you one more custom audience. You can create an audience based on people who like your Facebook page or your Instagram account. Okay, so once you get all that set up, then you're going to create lookalike audiences. So then you're going to create audience, lookalike audience. Here is where you can select your source. So here are the audiences that I have already created. You will see your audiences here. So I have like Instagram engagement, 180 days, various things on here. Here's my business page. This is people that I think visited my website. So you're gonna pick whatever audience it is that you want to find. Oh, there we go, I can scroll. So website 30 days. Look, there's that pixel or the audience I created from my pixel. Select your location. So if you want to just keep it to whatever country you're in, if you're going global, you can add some other countries here. And then this here means 1% is the closest match of people that look like people that visited my website. So they're going to go out and find similar people who visited my website and go out and find more of them. If you have an email list and you've uploaded that email list, doing a lookalike to your email list is awesome because those are already like warm leads. And Facebook does a really good job of going out and finding more people like them. Okay, so if you are kind of just starting out, you don't have a huge audience, I would say go to 2%. Yeah, so see, I mean, 1% is 2.6 million. So you could start with 1%. And then if you're not getting a lot, you could try 2%. I think 1% kind of works better, and you still have 2 million here in this 1%, so that might be just fine. But if it's less than a million in 1%, go out to 2%. So it kind of depends on your numbers, but remember, you want a lot of numbers here because not all these people are going to see your ads. This is just the audience of people that they're going to try to put your ad in front of. But remember, you're competing with a lot of other ads online. Okay, so then you create your audience here. I'll get out of this. So that is a super important step. You need to have that set up. All right, now we're gonna go back to my ads manager. So here you are going to see this sugar detox ad that I already have running. If you have other ads here, you're gonna see them down here, but here's a really important thing to look for: cost per result. So this is saying that I'm getting 22 cents per lead. So I have this set up that every time somebody opts into my email list, that is considered a lead, and 22 cents per lead is amazing. If you don't have a big audience, or if you don't have your free opt-in set up with a thank you page, because you need the thank you page and a pixel set up on the thank you page so that Facebook knows when somebody opts in, they converted to a lead. And the way that Facebook knows that is because they get sent to a thank you page. So if you don't have that set up yet, do not fear. You can run a traffic ad to that free opt-in, and then you're just sending people there and you're telling Facebook that you want people to click it. I have found conversion ads work the best. However, sometimes, and in this instance, my traffic ad actually worked really, really good. I turned it off because my conversion ads started doing better. But before I had the whole conversion thing set up, because I was trying to really start from scratch to show you guys this. Let's see if you can. So I was getting 9 cents per click. Now that doesn't mean everyone's converting because Facebook is optimizing it for traffic. And this is what we'll talk about when we get into the ad, what you want Facebook to optimize for. So you need the audience, and then you also need to tell Facebook what you want them to do with the audience. So they're optimizing it for clicks. This doesn't mean everyone's going to convert, but if you go in and look at your email provider and you're getting a bunch of leads all of a sudden, you can assume it's from your ad. So this actually, if you don't have a thank you page set up on your website yet, get that going. But in the meantime, a traffic ad could potentially work really well for you. All right, I'm going to show you the conversion ad. Actually, before I do that, let me just start from scratch to show you what you're going to do when you create an ad. Okay, so here is where you choose your objective. This is your campaign. Here is where you can pick traffic or you can pick conversion. So we are going to hit conversion. And then you will hit continue. Actually, before I do that, one thing with conversion ads, one other thing that you do need to remember is in order for Facebook to know that somebody made it to your thank you page, you need to set up that conversion. I'll show you how to do that super quick. Okay, so what does a thank you page look like? Let me show you that real quick because I know I sometimes lose people on the thank you page. So if you have a website, you can put a thank you page right on your website. This is what I do for my Fitness Biz Solutions website. Let me show this to you super quick. But if you don't, I'm going to show you another way. All right, so someone fills out for their free information. It will direct them to a thank you page that I created on my website. So it tells me a little about me. You could put a special offer on it if you like. I've tested that. You can or cannot do that. I invite them to join my Facebook group. So this here is your URL for a thank you page. If you don't have a thank you page or you don't have a website to do a thank you page, you can create a free member vault account. And what I do is so for my nutrition business, I don't really have a website because I don't have the time to deal with it. So I have a free member vault account. And this actually acts as my thank you page. So what I do here, there's a free video resource, what you need to know about weight loss. And I have it set up that they can start accessing that free video series right from that thank you page. So here's video 1, here's video 2. So I have it set up that, let me get back. Oh no, why does it keep doing that? I have it set up that my thank you page is actually a video series on in my member vault. So that member vault is what I use to run all my programs. If you're familiar with my programs, if not, go look it up. It's member vault. It's awesome. It's free. You can upgrade, of course, and I do upgrade for my fitness biz solutions business, but I haven't yet for my nutrition business because I do a lot of nutrition stuff in the gym, and I actually just kind of started building this business up really just to test out these ads to share with you guys. Okay, so this free resource, this is what I use for my thank you page. So when you go to create a free opt-in, you can do that right in your email provider. So you need to have an email provider. I use ConvertKit. You can use MailChimp, MailerLite, something like that, but ConvertKit's awesome and there's a free trial. So this here, that's the address you want to copy and paste. And when you create your free opt-in, I don't have ConvertKit up, but that's a whole different thing. I mean, that's creating your email provider. So once again, if you're brand new and you don't have an email provider, there's going to be some things you have to go back and set up. But if you have an email provider and you have a free opt-in, make sure that when somebody clicks the free opt-in, you're redirecting them to your thank you page. So it's not just popping up saying thank you, you're getting that URL and you're redirecting them to that thank you page. Once you have that set up, back in your Facebook manager, you want to just kind of look up in the search, custom conversions. So this is where you have to set it up if you're going to run the conversion ad. So I should have actually showed you this after the audiences, because if you want to run conversion ads, you need this set up. If you're running a traffic ad, don't worry about it. Okay. So you can create a custom conversion. Create custom conversion. So I do have the pixel set up. I have my pixel set up. All traffic URL. And then here is where you paste your thank you page. This is all traffic URL. So everybody who goes to that page from your Facebook ad is going to register. You could do all traffic. You could actually call it a lead if you want, because then you know that that's a lead coming from your Facebook ad. You can call it, what we call thank you page, pixel, a lead, the URL. Say equals. Why is it not letting me create it? You gotta love it. You gotta love when Facebook gives you a hard time, and it does happen, so don't get frustrated. It's happening here, as you can see. I don't know why it's not letting me hit create. And it does do this sometimes. It'll get tricky on you. Maybe I already have this set up. Maybe that's why. So I obviously already have this set up. I wonder if I change this address. All right, I don't want to waste too much time here. Not sure why that's not letting me set it up. Oh, wait, what's this? Okay. I don't know why it's not letting me set up, but I don't want to waste your time. If you get stuck here, usually Facebook, you can Google what's going on, but you should be able to create this custom conversion. But let me show you what it will look like once you do. So then these are my custom conversions. You actually want to go to that thank you page that you created a few times yourself, because you need people to go to it a few times to get this conversion custom conversion green and active. When you first create it, it probably won't show up as green. So, and then this is how many people have visited the thank you page or the conversion that I set up. So here's my lead. This is what I am using for that sugar detox ad. They see that there's an ad that I'm using it for. And it was there's been 1,000 people that visited that custom conversion thank you page. Okay. I know this is a lot, guys. I know Facebook ads are crazy. All right, let's go back to that ad. I'm going to walk you through that ad. See what I mean? There's so much information to share. Okay, so you create the ad, you do the conversion ad. I'm going to actually just get into this ad so you can see it quick, so you can see exactly how I set it up. Because I wanted this video to be no more than 30 minutes, and I think we're going to hit it. Okay. All right, so you can call it whatever you want. I called it conversion sugar detox. The next thing in your ad is going to be where you select your audience and I believe your custom conversion. So it will literally walk you through this. Okay, so your ad set. So remember we talked about there is the objective of the ad, there's the ad set, and then there's the actual ad, which is the ad content. You can call this once again whatever you like. If it's a conversion ad, you have to pick which custom conversion you want to use. So right here, it's pulling from my pixel. And then remember I showed you in those custom conversions, I called this a lead because it was a lead from my thank you page. So that's what I picked. Okay, I'll just slow this down a little bit. Daily budget, I had this set at $8. I would start at least 10. Okay, and then here is where you click your audience. Okay, so here is where you can find those audiences that you already created. So here they are, they'll come right up when you click in it. You'll see what you created, your custom and your lookalikes. And then if you have, if you don't have a big audience, here are two interests that I grabbed. I grabbed Pure Barre and Weight Watchers. And these are actually working really well. So if you decide to run a video view ad and you have like no audience, you're trying to build your audience, finding people, so you could pick like a woman in your age group or men or whatever. Pure Barre and Weight Watchers for women, 26 to 55, has been a great target audience. So I added that in because I didn't have a huge audience for this ad. In my Fitness Biz Solutions, I have a really big audience, so I actually just target my lookalikes from my email list because that does the best. But here, where we're just trying to kind of build an audience, you want to just kind of start wide, and then you can narrow it as you go. Okay, and then we're going to go to the actual ad. Okay, so this is interesting. Somebody mentioned this, that Facebook doesn't like a lot of text on the ad, and it's true. I have run ads before that got rejected. But for some reason, this sugar detox ad, they actually approved it with a decent amount of text on it. So I did test a couple different ones. For this one here, I think I just had 2 that I was testing. The more you test, the more money you need to spend because they're taking that money and they're spreading it out to these various ads. So I would not test too many ads with only $10. I'd stick to 2, maybe try 2 different images. If you buy the sugar detox challenge, you get the image right there that you can try. If Facebook rejects it, try it again with like a stock image. So this was a stock image I used. Surprisingly, the image with the text did better. And surprisingly, Facebook approved it. So you will get this image and you will also get this ad copy if you buy the 14-day sugar detox. And if Facebook rejects this though, you have access to edit it in Canva. You could delete some of the text. You could play around with it a little bit. Facebook is finicky. Sometimes they approve things and then sometimes they'll reject them out of nowhere. So then you can choose your images. Here is where you put your primary text. And choose a headline. So you can play around with headlines, but once again, I wouldn't have too many options for Facebook to choose from if you're not putting a lot of money behind the ad. There's businesses that will put like $50 to $100 to test different ads out, but as solopreneurs, you're probably not going to put more than 10. So just stick to this tried and true one that I already put together. You may have to tweak it a tad, but we know that this works. And then this is the website that you want people to go to opt in. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. I created a Write and Convert kit, and then you can get a bit.ly address for it to shorten it up. So this is what I created, Write and Convert kit. There's a landing page feature. If you don't have a website, just use your email provider. I'll show you your email provider's landing pages. And ConvertKit offers a free trial now, so I really recommend ConvertKit. Okay, so send my free guide, and then this should link me back to that video series, right? So here's my thank you page that I created for free in Member Vault. So you can totally do this without a website. Thank you, Member Vault, for allowing us to put the pixel there. Get back to Facebook. Okay, so it's also bit.ly is free. You can get a free bit.ly website URL. It's a lot better than having like a super long one. So if you're going to use your email provider landing page and not your website, then get a bit.ly account for it, or a bit.ly link for it, sorry. That's what the ad looks like. Look, it has 74 shares. Isn't that interesting? It was a popular ad. Conversion tracking, it's linking to my pixel. And there you have it. Call to action I like to put download if you're having them download an ad, or download a lead magnet. Okay, I am sure that there was many things that I didn't cover, but hopefully that gave you a good grasp and a sneak peek into a Facebook ad, and an ad that is currently converting really well. All right, have a wonderful day. I can figure out how to stop this meeting.